We don't need more booktubers who all read the same genres, but we do need more booktubers who read more niche. War fiction, westerns, poetry, crime, fiction, non-fiction, etc. Some booktubers start off with that in mind, only to get caught up in tags and read-alongs, and the channels then morph into every other channel. Hello everyone, welcome to and welcome back to my channel Book Time with Elvis, with me Mark, and welcome to another episode of Monday Musings. And the piece I just read to you at the beginning was a comment put on the video I put out last week about why you should start a BookTube channel. And I found this comment rather interesting, and it's something I've actually thought about myself, about the repetitive nature from time to time that seems to be happening on BookTube. A lot of things are repeated, so I think the comment is fair in some respects. Although, what I want to say about that really is, I feel that whilst people may do the same tags, the tags obviously tend to go around in batches of over the course of a week, 2 weeks, something like that. Each individual booktuber is going to put their own unique spin on it. So whilst the topic concerned may be somewhat repetitive, the way they make their video, the way they discuss things will be different. And I think that goes for books. I mean, obviously, if a load of people are reading the same book, they're going to want to talk about it on their channel, and they're probably going to have different opinions and ideas relating to that book that are specific to those particular individuals who are talking about it. I do think there is a lot of repetition on BookTube, but that's normal, isn't it? For example, about 2 months or so ago, I made a video called "Does Size Matter?", where I talk about book sizes. A month later, a few other channels put out videos called "Does Size Matter?" or "Does Book Size Matter?", things like that. Now, of course, I was not original. I'm sure hundreds of booktubers before me have made videos on "Does Size Matter?". So the topics themselves are probably just going to cycle around and around, because there are really probably only a finite amount of topics one can talk about relating to books. Such as things like how accurate the historical novels have to be. Michael K. Vaughan put out a fantastic video about that over the course of the weekend, one I replied to as well. But again, it's probably not unique. If you were to search for it, you might find other videos on a similar topic. However, how Michael approaches that is different to how I would approach that. We may say the same things, but the videos themselves are not going to be the same. Michael's going to do it in his inimitable way, and I'm going to do it in my rather clumsy, umming and ahhing, speaking off the cuff way, which you all like so much. But I think it is interesting, and it is obviously curious that a commenter or subscriber, I don't know if the person's actually subscribed to me or whether they just commented on the video, has noticed that or thinks that, because I'm sure I'm not alone either in the BookTube community thinking that there is quite a great deal of repetition in the types of videos that seem to be most frequent. I mean, talking about your most disturbing read or your top 10 for 2021, these things are not unique, and everybody at some stage is probably going to make a video like that. However, all those videos will be different, because the content of what you think are your top 10 books of 2021 may have some similarities with others, but I doubt they'll be exactly the same. What you consider to be the most disturbing book you've ever read probably varies from person to person. So as I say, while the topics themselves might be repeated, I don't think the content is, generally. And I'm really curious as to what you all think about that, because especially those of you who make BookTube videos, and those of you who watch them and comment on them, especially if you watch a lot of them, and whether this is something that troubles you or bothers you, or that you just don't really care about because you do enjoy seeing how other people tackle the same topics. So there we have it. Not a very long Monday Musings for you, I suppose, but it's funny because I have thought about this for almost a week, about the topic itself and the perhaps one might say lack of originality on BookTube. I mean, there is certainly a lot of original content, and some BookTubers are extremely extremely original and innovative in the way they approach their videos. But again, the topics and things they talk about, or the books they might talk about, might not be that original, because you do notice the trends and fashions and things, and how certain books appear time and time again throughout the course of a BookTube year. There's always going to be somebody reading War and Peace, or there's always going to be somebody reading Les Miserables, or and then you have certain events, the yearly events, which of course cause the same kind of things to pop up. I mean, Jane Austen July is a wonderful event, but she has only 6 or 7 books that you can read in the course of that, right? So, and because it's free in terms of what people are reading, you're always going to see people reading Pride and Prejudice or Emma or Northanger Abbey or something like that, aren't you? But it's how they discuss their reading of the works, I think, that's important and gives that sense of originality to the videos and things that we make in this community. And although, as I say, while I do feel that I agree with the commenter to some degree, I don't think it's necessarily a case of every channel, or some channels morphing into every other channel and that kind of thing. I think there is enough of the individual booktuber to mean that the content that they are putting out is different from the next booktuber, if that makes sense. I hope it does. But anyway, I really want to hear your thoughts and opinions on the matter. And so, as usual, I invite you to leave your comments down below. And I hope your week has got off to a wonderful start and continues to be wonderful. So from me, everybody, enjoy the rest of your day, and I shall see you all again very soon. Do take care. Bye-bye.